Title: Under the Sun of the Lost Islands. Narrated. Clara Winters hadn't planned for her trip to the Galapagos Islands to be more than an escape. She had lost her job in the city, and with her, life in chaos after a painful breakup. The refuge of nature seemed to be the only way to escape the routine. Never imagined that the islands, with their crystalline waters and exotic landscapes, they would be the setting where he would find not only answers, but an unexpected love story. When he arrived, the boutique hotel he had booked seemed to be taken from a postcard. Small cabins of minor Clara was surrounded by dense jungles and pristine beaches. It was the perfect place for reflection, to think about what she really wanted from life. But what Clara didn't know was that her plans for peace and tranquility would be interrupted by Lucas Montgomery, an enigmatic marine biologist who was investigating the impact of tourism on local ecosystems. Clara met him one morning when he decided to take a guided tour of the island. Lucas was tall, with dark hair and eyes that seemed to read her effortlessly. There was something about him, something that attracted her, but also put her on the defensive. Desp of everything, she wasn't there to get involved in emotional complications. "It's not an island for the weak, you know," Lucas told her, as they entered together the path towards the hidden beach. He said that only a few knew how to find. Clara looked at him, surprised by the intensity of his words. "I think I'm strong enough for whatever comes. Do you think I'm weak?" Lucas smiled, a smile full of mystery. "I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for something real, something that's not superficial." As they advanced on their excursion, Clara couldn't help but notice how Lucas moved in safety, how he seemed so comfortable in that wild world. And, unintentionally, he began to wonder if he could find in him something more than a simple tourist guide. The tension between them grew. Without they could stop her. The wild nature of the islands seemed to awaken something in Clara, a latent passion that had been dormant for years. And Lucas, for his part, seemed to find in Clara something he was disarming her. One night, after a dinner by the sea, both found themselves under the starry sky. The conversation was deep, touching on their pasts, their fears, and the decisions that they had taken them there. Lucas spoke of his brother's death, an accident that had changed his life, and Clara revealed the reason for her escape, her failed relationship with a man she never understood. Oh, his dreams! It was then that the tension they had both maintained exploded, and they kissed, driven by the desire and the need to feel alive again. The kiss was full of fire, as if the waves of the sea were reflecting the internal storm that had united them. But after the passion, doubts arrived. Clara feared that her heart would break once more. Lucas, with his pain still fresh, he didn't know if he was ready to open himself again. The following morning, the island awoke calmly, but the future of its history seemed uncertain. Clara decided to return to her cabin, to think. During that time, Lucas disappeared, immersed in his investigations. That afternoon, Clara was walking alone on the beach when she saw a figure at the end of the horizon. It was Lucas, looking at the sea, with the lost expression of someone facing something bigger than himself. "Are you also going to leave?" Clara asked, as she approached. "I can't. The work, the commitment, everything I promised. Arrow." Lucas took a step towards her. "I can't let go of what I feel. You changed me." Clara, with a shy but determined smile, approached and hugged him. "I don't know if everything we have makes sense, Lucas, but I know I don't want to let this opportunity go, not again." Both remained silent, watching the sunset. They knew the road would not be easy, but at least they knew that together they could to face him. "What would you do, Clara? Would you leave the past behind or risk everything for something new?" Life is full of unexpected twists, and in the Lost Islands, both nature and love, they can surprise us. End.